DistroKid is a music distribution platform that I've been using and recommending for many years. And over that time, I've received a lot of questions from you folks about how to use the service. So in this one, I'm breaking down the 10 most common questions I receive about DistroKid. Let's go. Hi, my name is Pete and welcome to Studio Live today. Now, whether you're an existing DistroKid user who has some of these questions or you're considering releasing your music online, this video should have some interesting information to help get you up and running. Now, because there is a lot of information to get through, I've got timestamps down in the description so you can jump to a specific question. And I've also got a page over on my website at studiolivetoday.com/DistroKid. That's where you can find all of these answers if you're looking for more info. And because this isn't a definitive list, you can also head to DistroKid's support center, which is also linked down in the description. One final thing before we get started, you can contact DistroKid directly, and there is a link down in the description, but please watch to the end of this video first and go over to the DistroKid support center and search for your question first, because chances are someone else has already asked it and you'll be able to get the answer there straight away. So here we are on my website at studiolivetoday.com/DistroKid. You can see I've got a link here for 7% off your first year if you're not already a DistroKid member. We've got a link to the support center and we've got that link to contact DistroKid. And then we jump into these top 10 questions. So let's jump in and cover those now. Question number 1, why is my album art rejected? So when you upload, you need to upload a piece of album artwork, and there's some requirements for this. And I've jumped here into the DistroKid support center to find out some information. You can see here, we've got a bunch of requirements and you can read through these in your own time. But the main thing is you need to make sure you have a high quality JPEG or PNG file. I recommend 3000 by 3000 pixels. It just gives you the best quality. Now, some of the things that usually trip folks up are having text like websites or hashtags on there, having blurry images that have been upscaled from smaller image sizes, or using copyrighted or stock images that you don't have the right to use. So they're the main causes. You can read through the article there to find out even more. Question number 2, why is my audio file being rejected, or what audio formats can I use to upload music? Well, you can see here it can be uploaded in WAV, MP3, AIF, CDDA, M4A, Windows Media, or FLAC, and the maximum resolution is 24-bit and 96 kilohertz. Now you can see there 16-bit 44.1 kilohertz WAV is pretty typical because that's CD quality. If you do have 24-bit quality, I recommend using that, and please use an uncompressed file format like WAV or FLAC. If you've got an MP3 or M4A that's already compressed, it means that it's going to be recompressed when it's uploaded to stores and streaming platforms. So keep your audio as an uncompressed WAV file before uploading. Question 3, what about cover songs? Can I release them with DistroKid? Well, let's jump in and take a look at the answer. Yes, with some exceptions. And there are quite a few exceptions in there that you're going to need to go through. Basically, any song that's been released as a song by an artist on a streaming platform, you're going to be able to. But here's the thing, it is going to cost you an extra $12 per year per song. So there is a cost, and the reason for that is it needs to be licensed with the original songwriter, as you can see here. There you go, there's the $12 fee. So you need to be able to obtain the licenses and release it that way. It can also take a little bit longer. There is a slight delay, usually a couple of weeks, while DistroKid obtain that license. So cover songs, are they possible? Yes, they're going to cost you $12 a year and take a little bit longer to hit the stores and the streaming platforms after you release them. Question number 4, can I use samples from other songs in my releases and release them with DistroKid? Let's jump in and take a look at the answer, shall we? No. The short answer to this one is no. You can't actually sample other songs unless you have the explicit rights to use that, and that can be a tricky, slippery slope. So read through the information that they have there about sampling. It's generally not legal to use other folks' copyrighted music in your own music, again, unless you've purchased the rights and have the rights to use that sample in your song. The safest way is to use your own samples. Now, can you use things like loops and samples from things like GarageBand and software that allows you to use their loops? Yes, you can. That's a different story because those aren't commercial samples. Those are royalty-free samples provided by people like Apple who want you to use their loops in your final songs. But if you are looking to sample a band or an artist, then be very careful because that can get you into trouble if you try and release a song with samples. Question 5, how long will it take for my music to be released? Well, it kind of depends. As you can see here, there's a bunch of different time bands here for the different platforms, and it can take anywhere from 1 day up to 7 days to actually hit those stores. Now, right here, as of June 2020, when I'm recording this video, there are some additional delays, both at DistroKid and other distributors' ends, as well as at the stores and streaming platforms. What's basically happened is that we have an increased demand. A lot more people are putting a lot more music out right now, which is great, but it is creating additional strain on the system, and it's making it harder for the stores and the streaming platforms to deliver on time. So keep that in mind. I would expect delays of anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, especially if you're releasing your very first song and the stores need to create your artist profile. So you may need to be patient, plan ahead, and make sure that you give plenty of time for your songs to be released. What about if you've released a song and then you want to change it or edit it once it's already uploaded? Can you do it? Well, yes, you can. There is an edit release option in DistroKid, which you can see here, and that can help you change things like release dates, record labels, track titles, and album titles, as well as album artwork. What you can't change is your artist name, and stores and streaming platforms are really cracking down on this. If you release under one artist name, you can change or add your artist name by upgrading to DistroKid's Musician Plus or label accounts to add new artist names, but what you can't do is go back and change the artist names on songs you've already released. You can completely remove your songs and then re-release them if you've got a problem with, say, the audio quality or something that needs to change, but you need to make sure that you do that in a complete process of deleting and then re-releasing. You can't edit that, and there's a heap of videos I've got linked down below that have a lot more information about making changes, deleting, and re-releasing your songs using DistroKid. What if you want to completely delete your releases from stores? Can you do it? Yes, you can. Once again, you need to go into the edit release option. You need to go down and select that option. Remove this release from all stores. That will send a request to Spotify, Apple Music, all the different places, and then they'll take that down. Now, as it says here, it can take 1 to 2 weeks to disappear, and Spotify will take at least 2 business days. Remember that if you do want to re-release it, if you want to change the audio file and re-release, that's fine, as long as you have the metadata matching, especially that artist name. If you try to remove it and then re-release it with a new artist name, the stores are going to pick up that that's the same song. And the reason for that is they don't want people trying to release the same song 4 and 5 times with a different artist name just to see if they can get it to pop and to get it into playlists and that sort of thing. So they really are cracking down on that. But if you want to remove it, delete it, you can do it using this process. Question 8, what about tax? Now, before I even touch on this, if you need tax advice, please consult an accountant or a tax professional. I am neither. I am simply using the information provided by DistroKid on their support center to give you this information. So, if you are a US citizen, you need to provide tax information. Why? Because DistroKid are a US company and they are providing you royalties, which are a form of revenue. If you are outside of the US, there is something called withholding tax. So you still need to provide your tax information for your country of residence. And then there's something called withholding tax, which is up to 30%, and that will vary depending on the treaties of your country. I'm only going to give you that level of information. You do need to jump in and check it out. There's a heap of links there. There's information so you can learn about exactly how it works. But the bottom line is make sure that in order to get paid, you do need to be 18 years or over and have valid tax information for your country. So keep that in mind before you sign up, because you'll need that to get paid, which is what we're going to talk about right now. Question 9, how do you get paid? Now, releasing music is kind of its own reward, but there are royalties there, and you might as well be the one to receive them. So there's a bunch of information, again, on how and when you get paid. The key thing to keep in mind is it will take up to 3 months. That's how long it takes for the stores to report on your streams, on your sales, through to DistroKid. So there's going to be about a 3-month lag. We're here in June, which means that I'll get my March earnings because March, April, May, June. So anything that was streamed or purchased in March, I can expect to see now. If you're getting really successful in the last 3 months, you might be thinking, hey, where's my cash? Well, it's coming. It just takes a while to come through. The other thing is, how do you get paid? Well, PayPal is fairly ubiquitous. It's available in most markets. It's probably the easiest way for most folks, especially outside of the US. There are other payment options. And again, I've got links down there to the DistroKid Support Center where you can find out more information about payment options. Last but not least, what if you've watched this entire video, you've searched the DistroKid Support Center, you've searched the FAQ, and you still can't find the answer to your question? Well, you can contact DistroKid, and there's a link down in the description to where you can do that. Here it is. Here's the link. We click on that one. We go to the Contact Us page. Now, there are some in here that won't allow you to submit a ticket. So let's go, say we go making edits, and then we go to edit artwork. It's just going to give us the answer to that one because really there is no other answer to that one, but there are some where you can actually submit a ticket. So let's show you one of those. So here's one, for instance, to do with your artist profile. So say you're trying to release music and there's a problem with your profile and you can't get it fixed. Well, there you go. You can actually submit a ticket here by selecting that as your options. And then you can put your email address, your subject, your links, and all of the relevant information. The reason you need to put the different categories and the topic is so that the right fields are there. It just makes it easier for DistroKid to make sure that they've got the right information to get your issue resolved as quickly as possible. Once again, if you're not already a DistroKid customer and you want to release your music to online streaming platforms, there is a discount link for 7% off your first year with DistroKid. And there's also a bunch of links down there to my FAQ, the DistroKid Support Center, and a bunch more videos and resources. I hope you found this useful. I'll see you next time.